Lipstick, everything okay over here? What about this? What about the back?
Hello and welcome to the So What podcast. This is Stefan Shirazi and we are back on the road. I have Sarah Lang and I have Heather. I will not butcher your name in audio, so please educate me.
Kjollesdal.
How did you guys get into this? Come on.
I just got in with a catering company that worked locally at all the venues, the stadium, the arenas, the theaters, wherever. And did that every summer through high school. And one day they just sort of called and went, do you feel like going on tour with the Rolling Stones? So I just went, yeah, okay, why not?
I started kind of sewing when I was a child. My mom taught me. Had some friends in bands in Minneapolis where I live, and ended up on the band's Warped Tour for a short stint in the summer, which was a blast. Yeah, I met somebody on that tour who found out I can sew, and she said you should do wardrobe and dressing rooms.
You feel comfortable, you can, but let's talk about yeah.
Sarah's being called right now.
Sarah's
to
being
go
called,
see
but Heather's going to
Robert.
hold this podcast together.
Dun, dun, dun.
You two are probably the heartbeat of what goes on here backstage. I think that's probably pretty fair to say.
Everything they like at home, we want to provide here in this space. And that is the challenge, to get everything exactly the same when you're given a tiny space to work with.
And that's dependent on what kind of venue we're in. You know, we go stadiums, arenas, and then we play festivals and outdoor gigs and things like that, that they're literally creating a building or a compound or a large tent.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do. We suss out the rooms and the space and pick what room will be best suited.
Oh my God!
Madre!
What you've just
Oh, my
heard,
vodka just went all
what
over
you've
the
just
place.
heard on air. What you've just heard on air is the unity and spirit of the Metallica crew scaring Foster, who's apparently easily scared.
Very easily. So we have the two systems, the black and the blue. We have toiletries and tape and hair ties and exactly what they use. If we opened both systems, they would mirror each other for sure.
Which we've had to do in the past, preparing for tours that have both systems going like this the whole time. We get into the warehouse and we open them both, the matching cases facing each other, right? And take it all out and make sure, okay, there's 2 of these, there's 5 of these, whatever, back in, this there, this the other place, so they match.
And because we don't often see these systems in Northern California, we buy everything and we travel down to said system with about 4 or 5 suitcases each.
You will be exhausted by the end of the tour.
Yeah.
Probably sick, which happens.
Yeah, it happens a lot, especially on a bus. Once one person gets sick,
Everybody's sick.
you're all sick.
You're with these people every single day, right? It's like me and Foster are together almost 24 hours a day.
The people out here become your family. You have your family at home, obviously, and your family here. We rely on these people all the time. Like, things happen at home all the time. And these are the people you lean on. These are your everything.
These shows are for like 16, 18, 25 hours really sometimes. And then we take the bus to the next show, or we are on a plane and we're at the airport at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it really is like sleeping is the separation time. You're with everybody constantly. So you're completely right. They become your family.